What's going on, everybody? Another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures. And in this episode, well, of course, we're going to be talking about the car that's right in front of me there. And what did I buy? Well, let's cut to the chase and get straight into the video, shall we? So, what motivated me to buy a brand new Ranger? Well, essentially this is the blueprint, so I could have gone any dual cab ute. Obviously I decided to go the Ranger in the end. There's a couple of reasons why. I really like the interior of these cars. The technology in them is crazy. Very easy to get parts for, so modifications, that kind of stuff to the car, rims, tyres, canopies, there's a lot out there already. So the car's been out for a while, so it's quite easy to mod these things. Three, I actually really like the look of these cars, which is funny because I really hated the look of these cars when they first come out. I thought they looked like a bit of a squished down F-truck. But after seeing some with like some rims and tyres and a lift kit and that kind of stuff, I actually really like the look. And four, it's going to be an awesome blueprint for the mods we're going to do. So this is my template. Now, I suppose in the last patrol video, I did say that I'm going to take it back to basics. This will be me taking it back to basics. Now, I could have bought an LN 105 Hilux or a 2012 Hilux or something like that. But I suppose it's not about the car itself. This car is just my blueprint. So this is where I am in my life. I can afford to get a brand new Ranger, right? So the mods I'm doing to this car is got to be what's driving this budget build side. Now, it's going to have a basic 12-volt system, a basic drawer setup in the rear, a rooftop tent, canopy, some wheels and tires. It's not getting lifted. I'm not even going to put a bull bar on it. So it's going to be a very basic build, but at the same time, it's still going to be allowed me to get out to all these awesome places that we love going camping in. And probably my camping style has changed a little bit in the last couple of years. The patrol was definitely overkill for what I actually use it for in camping, and I want to go back to a bit more of a basic setup. So it's going to be rooftop tent, canopy, wheels and tires, 12-volt setup, and something obviously in the rear drawer system, onboard air, that kind of stuff. So as I said, super basic build, but I think this is what you guys are going to resonate more. You can do this with your car. The whole build is going to be done by me. So the drawer system, everything's going to be done by me. 12 volts going to be done by me. Everything. So showing you guys obviously how to do it at home and how easy it is that you can obviously get out there and do this yourself. So I'm not going to go into the major details of why I bought the car and what model I bought and all that kind of thing, but I would tell you it is the 2-litre bi-turbo. Bi-turbo means it's got two Wuhan whistles under the bonnet and it produces 500 newton meters of power and some kind of kilowatt figure. Now, it's a four-wheel drive. People get really stuck on these 0 to 100 times. I get stuck on going to camping. So my destination is a lot more important than the track and all that kind of thing along the way. So where we camp, and generally like when I go camping with Maddie and all that kind of thing, most of these campsites, you could probably drive to them in a Commodore, and this is going to do me absolutely fine. And the other side of the factor is, this is stupidly efficient on fuel. Like, I'm still blown away of how much fuel this doesn't use. Obviously, I'm going to put a few mods on it, which is going to increase the fuel economy a little bit as I go along. But I'm not going to be putting too much weight on this, guys. So it's going to be very basic setup. As I said before in the video, very basic setup, very lightweight, as lightweight as possible. So I'm not going to be straining this 2-litre motor anytime soon. That's a 500 newton meters of torque is pretty much what my Triton was putting out when I tuned it. And that thing was wringing its neck out. So very efficient motor, stupidly efficient on fuel. And I'm definitely not going to miss going to the servo and spending about $200 and something filling up the Y62 with petrol, because this is only a 75 or it might be an 80-litre tank of diesel, and I'm getting about 900 Ks out of that tank at the moment. So as I said, ridiculously good on fuel. I suppose to put in perspective, I did a Collie trip. So I went a Collie Hill. If you're in WA, you know how steep Collie Hill is and it goes on forever. Went around Collie, went to a few lakes and that kind of stuff in and around the behind the scenes of Collie there. I did about 180 Ks and I returned 8.7 litres per 100, which is mind-boggling to me. The Y62 used 8.7 litres idling. It was ridiculous how much fuel that car used. But look, it's a big 3.5 tonne car. It's going to use a lot of fuel. That's why I'm going to keep this thing a lightweight car and try to keep that fuel efficiency there, and also have the ability to go further on a tank, which is I suppose what it's all about. And of course, having a dual cab ute again, I can put the dogs and all that kind of stuff in the back. My bike, my e-bike that I'm going to be taking out with Alex literally next weekend, all that kind of stuff I can fit into the back of this and not have to worry about where I'm going to fit it in a wagon. So as I said, there's huge benefits of where I am in my life right now, where this car sits in my life, having a dual cab ute again. The versatility of that car is just awesome. So I'm super stoked. As I said, you love it or hate it, I don't really care. It's my car, so I'll do whatever I want. But I'm really, really happy with what I bought. People are probably asking, I suppose, why didn't I get the V6? If you haven't heard, it's really hard to buy a used car at the moment. This is a used car, so it's an ex-demo. It's really hard to buy a used car at the moment, and finding one that is not COVID pricing is pretty crazy. I paid 67 grand for this car. A V6 in the same thing was going to about 80 grand, 85 grand, depending on what was done to the car. So kind of stupid pricing for a ute, considering I paid 75 grand for the Patrol when I first bought it. So definitely on the XC price of money. And as I said, I'm pretty happy with 67 grand getting into this. Had 4,000 Ks on the clock, and it was a 2022 model, so has everything I want. But look, there's going to be more videos, obviously, coming in the future regarding the car. The whole build, as I said, will be done by myself. It's going to be really cool. I'm really, really excited to get my teeth into another build, especially one I'm going to do myself with all the things I've learned from my other builds and what I can put into this build now. And I'm really, really excited what I'm going to do with this Ranger. So that's another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures. As I said, it's going to be an awesome build along the way, guys. So join in and watch this thing get turned into a pretty awesome little car. The mods are going to be definitely very, very different to the Y62. And I'm going to keep it more stock than going crazy and all out on it. And I can't wait to get my teeth into it. I've already got things coming along the way. There's stuff rocking up already at my house. So the mods are going to start real soon. And I can't wait to take it on its first maiden voyage with the rooftop tent and all that kind of stuff on the top. So yeah, really excited for this one, guys. As I said, I'll see you in the next video. If I don't see you in the next video, I might catch you out in the tracks and trails. If I see you in the tracks and trails, I shall see you later. Like and subscribe as always. And enjoy your Sunday, guys.